niggas boom. Yes.
In 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 4, 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, ha! Bump, stickity, bump, I got that bump, cause I can FIFA, I the force, giggity, bump, here comes a Peter Piper. I'm hyper than Pinocchio's nose, cause I can. What up, everybody? What's going on?
Hey, listen.
What?
What was real funny is that we spent, now today, usually we're real spontaneous with the raps and the beat in the beginning, wild and stuff. We talked about it for a good 2 minutes before we did it, and they still came out pretty whack, I thought. So, so next time I think we're just going to go and just not talk and do it, and then it's probably to come out better.
Yes,
so,
I do agree.
But I was trying to prevent, because usually when I beat, you jump in and beat too, and it throws me right off. Because you'll be right, yeah, dude. I think that's what I was really trying to say, but I was scared to say it.
Okay.
I was like, I don't want to say you just beat. It would have been so simple. It's no big deal. I made a big deal out of it.
Anyway.
I make a big deal out of everything, guys, I tell you.
Well, anyway, Happy New Year.
Happy
Welcome
New Year,
to a little thing that we call the Cipher Show.
See, I couldn't make because here we go. See, you got a problem with this.
Anyway, welcome to a little thing that we call the Cipher Show. I am your host, Marcus the Kid Warren, and with me is my man Muff. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing well, man. Back here for the new year.
Yes, sir.
You know, we want to get some things started, just so you know. Within the next couple of weeks, I know last year y'all probably gonna clown us on this. We waited to do our year-end Cyphies, our 2010 awards. We waited till like March of 2011.
It was damn near summer.
Yeah, exactly. It was hot. You know,
yes,
but we're gonna get that done within the next couple of weeks. So if you guys have any nominees or anybody want us to peep to get your voice heard on the year-end Cipher Awards for 2011, let us know. We'll certainly give you some shine on that because, you know, we have our opinions, and you guys might have some opinions on some albums that might sway me one way or the other. You know, I'm very definitely an open guy when it comes to that. So.
Right. And you can hit us up on our email account to let us know what you feel. You can hit us up at kidandmuff44. That's KIDDANDMUFF44 at gmail.com. You can also hit us up on our Twitter account. We are kidandmuff44 on Twitter. You can also hit us up on Facebook. We are the Cipher Crew. And as always, you can put your comments in the section below.
That's right.
All right.
So, today, we're going to do a review of one of my favorite all-time MCs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you didn't know?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll just go ahead. Let you go.
Common.
Oh, so sweet.
Known to us old school guys as Common Sense.
Yes, sir.
Okay. His new album, The Dreamer, The Believer, came out a few weeks ago. I can't wait to review it because I have some pretty strong opinions about the album. But you know, Common pretty much does what he does best, and he just spits that lyric. He's a conscious MC who has the ability or is versatile enough to go battle rapper on you a little bit. You know, as evidenced by the one song you was kind of humming sweet. You know what I'm saying? But he's still very much a conscious rapper. He's still a quintessential b-boy type guy. You know what I mean? But he also has that eclectic side of him that you would see on Electric Circus, which is one of my favorite albums of Common. I know a lot of people hated on that album, but I like the album a lot. At any rate, The Dreamer, The Believer, I thought was a very good album. And see, we're going to review 2 albums today. We're going to do a separate segment with our other album, but I brought this up for 2 reasons. Well, for one reason. Both albums that we're going to review today, they have one thing in common, and that's, no pun intended, they have one producer on the album, okay? And, you know, pretty much, one of the reasons why, and I'm not going to go and tell you exactly what I'm going to rate this album that we're rating right now, but I will tell you that it is a good album. Both of them are pretty good albums, and I think one of the reasons why both of those albums that we're going to review today turn out to be that are pretty good. The reason why they're good is because they have that one producer giving it uniformity throughout the album. I think is very important.
Okay.
And one of the things I think that's missing in hip hop in general is the fact that especially guys that have the budget to get whatever producer they want, they go crazy with it and they get all these hot beats. And they might have some hot beats on the album, but there's no real uniformity, therefore not giving it really a album feel.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And you can tell, you know. And I feel very strongly about that because last night I watched the Tribe Called Quest documentary again.
Really?
documentary. Here I go with that word again. At any rate, and what made Tribe great? They had pretty much one producer, pretty much. You know, every once in a while you get a little large professor.
Okay.
You know, Jay Dilla came later on in the game a little bit, but pretty much, especially during the first 3 classic albums that they put out, A Tribe Called Quest, it was pretty much Q-Tip.
Q-Tip.
You know? So, No ID is the producer of Common's latest album, The Dreamer, The Believer. It's the first time he's worked with No ID on an entire album since Resurrection, which for my money is a classic album.
Okay.
Okay, 1994's Resurrection. I had been listening in 2011 to some of No ID's solo stuff. He's put like some underground tracks out there. He actually does some singing on this album. He did some on those underground albums that he put out, you know, early or the middle of last year, the summer of last year. And it comes off pretty good because for people who don't know, No ID was the guy who pretty much mentored Kanye West.
Kanye West, right?
You know what I mean? So the album is pretty uniform, like I said. The Dreamer, the first track on the album with Maya Angelou actually giving a poem at the end of it. I think it starts out really well with that. And again, if you're familiar with his production style, it's very eclectic. It reminds me a little bit of Kanye West's album.
Okay.
His last album, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, a little bit, not quite that eclectic or that different, but there's the vibe is there, that kind of that you know, the boundaries of hip hop are being pushed a little bit type of vibe. I heard throughout the album, but he does have some straight hip hop boom bap joints on here. But before I go into individual songs, what do you think about?
Well, the 3 things you're gonna get from Common are, first of all, you're gonna get lyricism. He's one of the illest lyricists in the game, and I remember we talked about our top 5 MCs, and he didn't make my top 5, but I also said, you know, Talib Kweli was one of my favorite, and I wanted to loop or group Mos Def and Common in that same group because they're so lyrical and they're so conscious. But the thing about Common is he reminds me of a lot of Barack Obama, actually. You know what I'm saying? He even says, you know, I am to hip hop what Barack Obama is to politics, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because Common is that dude. He's a conscious dude. He's gonna spit from his heart. He's gonna tell you some conscious stuff, but at the same time, he's still very hip hop and he's still very street. He will call you out the N-bomb in a minute. He will call you an MFer in a minute. He is just that dude. And this album, I mean, reflects a lot of that from like the '90s hip hop. I mean, I think he might have gotten away with that or gotten away from it a little bit. He
grew.
He grew as an artist, but you know, he grew away from a lot of his diehard fans. Like I say, I never disliked Common, or Common has never put out a bad album in my eyes. But he seemed to have been getting a little bit farther away from his roots. But this album right here put me right back to where it was. I thought I was in 1993 or 1992 when he dropped his first album.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? This one, he put his ankle in this one lyrically. This one, I mean, concept-wise, it's incredible.
Yeah, I really thought so. Again, I think the production has a lot to do with it because at the end of the day, Common is going to spit his lyric. He's not going to come off whack as an MC.
No,
he's
never.
He's going to spit his lyric. You know what I mean? You know, Blue Sky. You know, which is probably my favorite joint on there. But that's because I would like the song because of the way the sample is great. I think it's like an ELO sample, as a matter of fact. I think I did a little research on that, but I may be wrong on that. Correct me if I am. But at any rate, No ID does a great job of just coming with just the bass drum, just having Common just rhyme over this thing. You know, Gold is another favorite song of mine. I think he goes in pretty solid on there. The Believer with John Legend. Incredible. I think it's pretty uniform. It's a good listen from top to bottom. Again, you don't get a lot of that nowadays, you know, with your hip hop artists. So we made sure that this is pretty much a listenable album from beginning to end, and I think it's one of the better albums of 2011. Although it came out late 2011, I know we're in 2012 right now. Yeah. So for me, and going back to what you said about losing his core audience, I mean, I was one of the guys, and see, I don't. A lot of people disagree with me on this, but I thought that, first of all, let me say this. This is his best album since, in my opinion, Electric Circus.
Definitely.
But a lot of people say it might be his best album since Like Water for Chocolate, which came out beforehand. Okay, Electric Circus came out in 2002. Like Water for Chocolate, I think, came out in 2000. So at any rate, Electric Circus was kind of like his coming out party, not coming out party, but It was like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy done in 2002, in a way, for me. And I tell you that because he talked about pushing the boundaries of hip hop. The production was with Questlove, I believe D'Angelo, the Soul Aquarians, Erykah Badu was on it. It was definitely, you know, if you could compare the albums, both of those albums, I think it's a lot of similarities in those albums, but I think he was ahead of his time with it. You know what I mean? Because this came out in 2002, people were like, what's Common doing? Yeah, he dating Erykah Badu now, so he's tripping, whatever, he's dressing weird, whatever the heck it is. But I thought it was off the hook. At any rate, great album. I thought the 2008's Universal Mind Control is a little regrettable. You know what I mean? I didn't like that very much, you know, so I'm glad he came back with this album. You know, I said go ahead and rate this album. I would give this album definitely 4.5 Cyphies. 4.5.
Well, this one did really hit hard. I mean, it's like my favorite joints were like Raw and Sweet. Definitely Sweet. I mean, it's like first I heard the track. I'm like, oh, this is a great track. Then I saw the video. Great video. Good to see Common. Just great. Just straight raw hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's pounding on his chest like a gorilla. He's mad. He's oh my goodness. I love this joint. Love the video. Love Common. This joint right here. And, you know, let me also say this about Common. Common is an excellent actor. He is. Don't hate on Common's acting because he is an excellent actor. You know, on him on Smoking Aces, I love it.
Yeah, Smoking Aces is good. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, but anyway, not getting too far away from the album. The Dreamer, the Believer. I agree with you. 4.5.
4.5.
Yes, sir.
Yes, right. So yeah, we definitely dig it here at the Cipher Crew. So again, hit us up on our Facebook page. Hit us up on our Twitter account. Send us an email. Again, be on the lookout for the new Cipher Awards, giving out the best of 2011.
Yes, sir.
You guys have any suggestions about what's good and what we should check out for? Maybe we might have missed something, or to make sure that we don't miss anything. Make sure you get at us, and we'll be more than happy to give some shine to it, all right?
Yes, and you can hit us up on our email account one more time, which is kidandmuff44@gmail.com. That's KIDDANDMUFF44@gmail.com. Also, Twitter, we are the same, kidandmuff44, and on Facebook, we are the Cipher Crew. So, Common. The Dreamer, the Believer, 4.5, 2 thumbs up. Great project. Congratulations, Common, and we are the Cipher Crew. Check it out. We out of here. Why? Because the Cipher said so, son. Peace. Y'all so sweet!
Every time I write a rhyme, I feel like Megatron going against Optimus Prime for the very last time. Once you'll stand, once you'll fall, let me know you're not appalled. Put your hands up in the air, say yes, sure. We're all gathered to witness the babbling.